What if I told you that a single habit is silently draining your energy, destroying your confidence, and keeping you stuck in life? You feel exhausted, unmotivated, and trapped in a cycle that seems impossible to break. But what if the key to unshakable self-discipline and real masculinity has been right in front of you all along? Stay with me, because after hearing this, you'll never view this habit the same way again. Masturbation, a topic few like to discuss, yet nearly everyone encounters. Some claim it's normal, harmless, even beneficial. But have you ever truly questioned it? What if I told you this supposedly innocent habit is actually more damaging than you realize? The ancient Stoics, some of the greatest minds in history, understood something that modern society tends to ignore. They recognized the power of discipline, the cost of pleasure-seeking, and the path to true self-mastery. Today, I'll share their wisdom so you can break free, reclaim your strength, and transform your life. The problem: why this habit is holding you back. Let's be honest, you felt it. The guilt, the lack of motivation, the emptiness that follows indulging in this habit. But why does this happen? Science explains that every time you engage in this behavior, your brain releases a powerful surge of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Because the more you indulge, the more your brain craves easy pleasure. And like any addiction, the consequences soon appear. You feel drained, weak, and unmotivated. Your ambition fades because your brain has already received its reward without you actually accomplishing anything. The Stoics understood this long before science confirmed it. They warned against excess indulgence and the dangers of being controlled by base desires. But what exactly did they say? And how can their wisdom help you break free? The Stoic wisdom, the trap of pleasure. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." And that's exactly what happens when you let pleasure control you. Each time you give in, you reinforce a mindset of dependence. You tell yourself, "I need this," when in reality it's controlling you. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, believed that true strength comes from mastering desires, not being ruled by them. He knew that a man who lacks self-control will never experience true freedom. The more you chase pleasure, the more it enslaves you. The more you seek instant gratification, the further you drift from real fulfillment. Here's the truth. Every great man in history, from warriors to emperors to visionaries, had one thing in common. They mastered their desires. They refused to let urges dictate their actions. And because of that, they achieved greatness, while others remained trapped by their impulses. The solution: how to break free and reclaim your power. So how do you escape this cycle? How do you take back control and free yourself from a habit that's holding you back? The answer lies in three key Stoic principles: self-discipline, purpose, and transmutation. Self-discipline, the key to freedom. Epictetus said, "No man is truly free who is not master of himself." And that's where it all begins. The moment you decide to stop being a slave to your impulses is the moment you start reclaiming your power. But self-discipline isn't about mere denial. It's about choosing what truly matters over what is easy. Every time you resist temptation, you strengthen your mind, build mental resilience, and weaken the hold that impulses have over you. Find your purpose. Replace the habit with something greater. The Stoics believed that a life without purpose is a wasted life. And this is why so many men struggle with this habit. They lack a meaningful goal to focus their energy on. Think about it. If your mind is fully engaged in building a business, mastering a skill, or striving for greatness, do you really have time for meaningless indulgence? The key is to replace this habit with something that provides true fulfillment. Transmutation, redirecting your energy. Ancient warriors, artists, and philosophers knew a secret that most modern men ignore. Sexual energy is the most powerful force within a man. When it is wasted, so is his potential. But when it is redirected and channeled into productive pursuits, it becomes an unstoppable source of drive. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds in history, remained celibate his entire life because he understood this principle. He knew that by preserving and redirecting his energy, he could achieve levels of greatness that others couldn't. And this is exactly what the Stoics preached. Don't waste your energy on fleeting pleasure. Instead, use it to fuel your ambition, creativity, and discipline. The climax. What happens when you quit? Imagine waking up every day with unshakable confidence. No guilt, no weakness, just raw, unstoppable energy. Imagine feeling more motivated, more focused, and more in control of your life than ever before. That's what happens when you break free. Your testosterone levels rise, your mental clarity sharpens, your drive to succeed skyrockets, and most importantly, you reclaim control over your own mind. This is what the Stoics meant by true freedom. It's not just about quitting a habit, it's about becoming the man you were destined to be. Conclusion, the final challenge. Now the question is, will you stay stuck in this cycle, or will you take control? Will you continue letting an empty habit drain your potential, or will you rise above it? The choice is yours. But remember this, no great man in history was ruled by his desires. The ones who changed the world were those who mastered themselves first. If you're ready to break free, reclaim your power, and start living like a true Stoic, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Your journey to self-mastery starts now.